Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to auscastnetwork.com for details.
In a world where everyone says hello,
they dare to say,
g'day.
Yeah, g'day.
Yeah, good day.
Yeah, g'day. Yes. Good day. Yeah.
G'day.
G'day. Yeah. G'day. Yeah.
Thing.
Yeah. Good day.
Wow, wow.
Yeah.
good day.
G'day. Hey. Yeah. G'day. Yeah. G'day, Tim.
Yeah, g'day, Leon.
Yeah. G'day, everyone.
Yeah, g'day, everybody.
Welcome to... Oh, I cut you off. Sorry, no, you finish.
E.
Welcome to Yeah, G'day, the complete guide to Australia with your hosts, G'day Tim and G'day Leon.
Yes, our Christian name is G'day.
Yeah, that's how we became friends.
Yes.
Walking around uni and someone was like...
Quite common here, actually. It's a common first name.
Yeah, most firstborn
Yeah.
sons in the family, which both of us are named G'day
Yeah.
after their
But
fathers.
we just use our second name because it gets confusing.
Oh, yeah. The way we met at uni is that someone said, yeah, G'day, and Tim and I both went, what?
What?
Along with
Yeah.
about 20 others, but Tim and I were close in proximity to each other.
What a good old giggle, eh?
Classic stitch up.
Classic.
I cut you off again.
I just said classic. There was nothing of great consequence.
I'm
But
taking-
thank you for offering me the chance to share it again.
Taking myself to the podcast bin. It's the end of the day. Tim and I are doing this because we're going to be away on the weekend in Sydney at two different events.
Yes.
Um,
Seems like everyone's going to Sydney.
Yeah.
I have friends from work who also happen to be in
Yeah.
Sydney tomorrow.
but none of us together.
Yeah.
Well, and if I
might
see
might
one of
see
you, I
those guys.
swear to God.
I might see those guys, but I won't see you.
No, I won't see you. I don't
Yeah.
want to.
Fair call.
But so I feel like it's going to be a bit loopy because we've both just come straight home from work and just gotten into it. Tim's literally sat down, opened up his bag of chicken wings, and
I
he's
didn't.
going for it.
I didn't even go upstairs.
No,
I literally just walked straight down.
straight
here,
to the
so-
dungeon. Tim, speaking of
Yeah.
chicken wings,
Mm.
I want to talk about some food today because I think what makes our podcast better is when we're both dying of starvation and we talk about food.
Yeah, it definitely makes the podcast go quicker and not go longer at all.
Yeah, it's only been 2 minutes so far,
God,
so
we've
that's
gotta
good.
Fill another 28. Okay. Yeah.
I'm thinking something. I want to talk more about a food event rather than a food itself.
Let's combine a food with an event.
Yeah,
Like
but,
a
but what, Tim?
like a
what?
like a sausage sizzle.
Oh,
Oh,
What
what's
an
a,
idea.
What's a sausage sizzle? Oh wait, it's mine. I
yeah.
have
No,
to know
that's
that,
you
don't I?
can't ask me that question because I
Yeah,
don't have
yeah.
the answers in front of me.
Australians will know what a sausage sizzle is. It's part of our heritage. It's part of growing up in Australia. It's at every primary school, high school, shopping centre, Bunnings, election,
Voting, yeah.
Sports event.
Yep.
It's just everywhere. It's everywhere. But our overseas friends, perhaps they're not aware of what a sausage sizzle
They
is.
probably just call it a what's the word? Barbecue.
Yeah, but a
Grill?
sausage. I would go and say a sausage sizzle is a little different to a barbecue because it's very specific in its.
There are rules.
You can dally a little bit outside of it,
We
but
have sausage sizzle police.
yeah, it's always very limited. So a sausage sizzle, Wikipedia refers to it as a community event, and I would bloody say, well done, Wikipedia. You've summed it up perfectly.
Is there a fucking Wikipedia page on
There
this?
is. There's a Wikipedia sausage sizzle. You look it up. It's brilliant.
Like, I know Wikipedia's got everything, but I feel
Yeah.
like this is too far.
So it says that it's across Australia and New Zealand. I don't know about New
Probably
Zealand.
not. No, they
But
wouldn't.
the
They
article's
can't.
very specific to Australia. It doesn't
Yeah.
talk about anything New Zealand, so
Yeah.
I don't see any evidence. So the actual term sausage sizzle started being used in the 1980s. So it's
What?
yeah.
I assumed it was a tale as old as time.
Well, I mean, the idea is, but it didn't come
Ned
to
and the
forefront.
boys sat down.
Yeah.
Mate, let's have a sausage sizzle.
1980. So basically, what a sausage sizzle is you do have the barbecue, yes, 100%.
A hot plate.
But what they're doing, I would go so far as to say a sausage sizzle always involves, or usually involves the giving of money for such a sausage sandwich, or
yes.
if it's like a charity or something of that nature.
Yeah.
then you will have done something to earn your sausage.
A sausage sizzle is not given for nothing.
No. It's not like you go to a friend's barbecue. It's kind of a sausage sizzle, but it's also not. That's a barbecue.
No, because a sausage on a barbecue, there's going to be sausages. There's going to be some chicken. There's going to be some beef. There's going to be some veggie patties for vegetarians. None of that.
Yeah. Sausage sizzle is basically, you're going to walk up. It's going to be a gazebo.
Yeah.
Or some description.
Well, I think... I don't think that's a gazebo. That's a marquee.
A marquee. My apologies.
A mini marquee. If you
I do
look.
need to study up on the differences between a marquee and a gazebo.
You have to erect an entire gazebo to hold a sausage.
It's a tiny marquee. But I mean, you can set them up anywhere. If there's a small alcove, all you really need is a table, a barbecue, napkins, sausages, a lot of sausages,
and a kitty.
Yeah, and
as
a kitty.
Money, not
yeah.
Well, cats,
You got to have some money.
And some soft drink.
And some cans of soft drink. Usually Kirks, maybe some like low grade like Coke.
What, some RC? Is it LA Cola? RC Cola?
I don't think many of them do RC anymore. I think most of them are like main brand.
LA Ice, is that what it is?
But you'll get like you'd get Solo. You'd never get. Oh, you might get Lift. Depends.
It'll be like Solo Sunkissed, and then they'll have lots of Coke.
Yeah.
But the Coke runs out immediately, so your choices are Solo and Sunkissed.
Basically, what you're looking at though is the main item they sell is
sizzle
sausage sandwiches. It's a sausage on white bread or maybe gluten-free bread now in these modern times. But not in my bloody Australia, I tell you that much.
Thank you.
Not in my bloody Australia.
Ruining the sanctity of the
It's usually white bread.
Yep.
The bread may be buttered depending on the situation. Probably not.
What upmarket sausage sizzle have you
Probably not. They'll put your sausage on the bread for you.
Yeah, one piece, one sausage.
You fold it over. Mm-hmm. You'll be asked if you want onion. You might have to pay a little bit extra for onion.
Yeah, probably 10 cents extra, 20 cents.
I'd say 50 cents. Ooh. You're probably looking at, for a sausage sandwich, you're looking at paying anywhere between $1.50 to $3, depending where you're getting it from.
$3?
I have paid up to $3, my friend. Yes,
you got fucked.
Yeah.
A sausage sandwich, I think $1 is cheap. I think it should be $2.
$2 is pretty standard.
None of the 50 stuff, because then you got small coins involved.
But anyway, they're going to hand you this sausage. You may have paid the extra 50 cents, so $2.50 for the onion. Mm-hmm. What you're going to do is it's going to be white bread on a napkin. You're going to fold it over. It's got the sausage in there. You're going to take it over to the sauce station. Oh. Now, here's your choices.
Okay,
tomato sauce.
Okay.
Or barbecue sauce.
Yep. And what are the other ones?
No, that's
just the two.
Maybe if you go somewhere a little exotic, they might have some American mustard.
Whoa.
But I wouldn't bother with it.
That's where you were paying $3.
Yeah. I wouldn't bother with it.
Thinking about the tomato sauce and the barbecue sauce, much like the Coke and the Solo Sunkissed situation, is that the tomato sauce will run out very quickly, but the barbecue will be basically full.
Oh, yeah. And you've got to buy the sauces in those like
squeegees.
No, you got to get them in the 3-liter tubs and keep filling up the squeegees. Because this is the thing.
Make people use the 3-liter tub and just.
You've got to buy it in bulk because that shit'll disappear very quickly. The sausages, you're looking at the cheapest pork or beef sausages that the supermarket nearby has.
Yeah, not your butcher. You want to go to Woolies and see what bulk you can get.
Yeah, if you're going to the butcher for a sausage sizzle, you're wasting your time. You're wasting my time.
I don't want this fancy shit.
Because the elements of a sausage sizzle, similar to the elements of fairy bread, it's all about simplicity.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about, the bottom line, the things that bring Australia together.
Yeah.
Now, you might also, I don't know, from time to time, you might be able to get a steak sandwich. That's not so popular anymore. There was a time when it was easier to get.
I think that's taking us away from the sausage sizzle.
Yeah. There was a time in the early 2000s when steak sandwiches were quite popular at these stores. But they don't really...
and you're paying $5 for a bloody steak sandwich.
Yeah. Sometimes hamburgers, but once again...
Hamburger.
You're wasting my time, you're wasting your time. Let's not go down that road. Just give me a sausage, mate. So that's kind of what a sausage sizzle. They're just selling sausage sandwiches.
Yeah,
but
that's basically
these things. If you go out on a weekend, I think there's even like web pages and there's possibly an app set up.
Yes,
where people report where different sausage sizzles are.
There's an app for democracy sausages that we'll talk about in a second.
And you can figure out where like the nearest sausage sizzle is. Usually a Bunnings is a good place.
At any given time in Australia on any given day, between the hours of sunrise and sunset, there's at least 20 sausage sizzles happening an hour. That's a fact.
Yeah. That's
You
in
can look it up.
one city as well. It's not even bloody... Yeah.
That's just in one small town. On a Saturday, it's literally there are like there's probably 3 per square kilometre.
Yeah. So where have you experienced your sausages?
So I live a sad life now where I don't really get to eat sausages too often because of the disease.
The one I had most recently. The one that comes to my mind when I think of my
That's
most
not what
recent
I'm laughing
sausages.
at. You asked me a question.
I'm not interested in your answer.
answer. And you're like, no, he's sick.
No, please go ahead.
No, you go.
No,
Tell me about the one you
please,
mentioned.
I'd love to-
No, I don't
I'd love-
want to
no,
talk about. I don't want to talk
please.
about me.
Okay, good.
Listeners don't want to hear about
Let's talk about me again.
Hell.
I got one from Woolworths.
Yeah.
Outside Woolworths.
Yeah, they
to
do
support
that up
some
there.
kid who's going to Thailand or something. I can't remember exactly what the reason was. Yeah. Anyway, you're sick.
No. No, I was going to say that I can't even think the last time I had it, but at school recently we did a sausage sizzle. I think it was $2 a sausage. And the thing is that not a huge amount of kids were jumping on the sausage. They were more going for the footy kick thing because you could win a football. This was to send an ex-student overseas to help educate and stuff.
Right.
And, it started off as like, I think it was $2 sausage, or I think you could get, anyway, I was going to say it was $2 or 2 for $5. That's not a good deal.
It's a terrible deal.
But as the recess went on, as time started ticking away, the price was coming down. And by the end of it, they were like, I think 10 cents because they just needed to, because you can't keep sausages.
No. Not in that sort of environment.
Actually, there's a story for you. So at school, now again, this was, you would either pay for it or it would be after something you would get a sausage sandwich. We had sausages that we knew were bought for an event, would be put in the freezer and used for events throughout the year.
Right.
And I remember being very ill most of the times after school sausage sizzles because those were just old sausages.
Yeah, that's gross.
You go for onions, don't you?
It really depends on my mood. I do enjoy a good onion on them.
Now they're
Absolutely.
caramelized.
They are caramelized. And by caramelized, it just usually means they just burn the shit out of them. Yeah.
Well, but here's the thing, though: a sausage sizzle is not a time for a medium rare sausage. I don't think there's ever a time for a medium rare sausage.
No, it's quite gross. Yeah.
But you have to cook it hard because as a passerby, you want to look at it and go, "That sausage is definitely cooked." And a nice crust on a sausage is good.
Yeah.
But here's the question, Tim: what is the best sausage to have at a sausage sizzle? Is it? Now I'm not talking about pork, beef, or chicken because what's a normal sausage? Is a normal sausage pork or beef?
Pork or beef, yeah, it depends.
What's the normal? Anyway, skinny or girthy?
Oh. You can have too much girth.
You definitely can.
I'm not against a girthy sausage, but I'm probably I'm closer to the thin sausage myself.
Personally.
Yeah.
And a cold thin sausage is delicious. A cold thick sausage is yucky.
Yeah, because they get a bit chewy.
But the thing you can do with a thick sausage is the butterfly.
This is true.
Cut it down the middle.
A butterflied sausage is a good sausage.
Open it up.
Yeah.
For some reason, it makes it taste better because it gets some traction. It gets a bit of, that rough inside.
You get some grain to it.
But then you've got it. Then you probably want to introduce 2 slices of bread. A butterfly sausage on one slice.
Yeah.
Why'd you butterfly it in the first place? Unless you're stuffing your caramelized onions in
Yeah,
there.
maybe. Yeah.
It's so as we said, one of the biggest. There are 2 big sausage sizzle events. One regularly and one more sporadically.
One pretty much every weekend.
Yeah, they are, and that's the Bunnings Warehouse. So Bunnings Warehouse, for those playing at home, is like our Home Depot to Americans.
I guess so.
We sell tools and shit there.
Mitre 10. They don't know what that is.
No.
That's Australian as well.
It's tools.
It's hardware.
Hard tools.
Yes.
And wood and shit and paint. It's where people go when they're renovating their house. And out the front, and I think because Bunnings hasn't been around forever. And the Bunnings Sausage Sizzle hasn't been around forever. I reckon the Bunnings Sausage Sizzle has been around for, 10 years maybe? That puts it at 2008.
Fair while, yeah.
Maybe even a bit before then. Anyway, every Saturday, I don't know about Sundays, every Saturday, and sometimes during the weeks, we'll talk about the uni ones.
During the weeks, yeah.
There's a Sausage Sizzle out the front.
Yep.
And you know in your heart of hearts that tradies love sausage sandwiches.
Oh shit! When we used to run those, because I've run a couple at Bunnings for.
I think I've done probably 3 or 4
theatre societies. You sell so many.
You can make, I think, there was a time where we made about $700 out of a sausage sizzle, and I think
we're
that was,
making up to 1,000 even sometimes. Yeah,
but I think that's profit.
Yeah,
I don't think that's including cost, because the cost of sausage is like nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we made heaps, because the tradies, what they do is they come with like a $10 and they're like, just give me 4 sausage sandwiches and keep the change or whatever, and you're like, okay.
This is their lunch. They've come from a job. They've got to pick something up at
Yeah.
Bunnings. They grab some sausages and they're on their way.
You bring your kid to Bunnings on the weekend,
Yep.
get him a sausage sandwich.
Face painted, sausage sandwich. Boom.
It takes so much willpower. Now, I've had years of practice by not being able to, but I've seen Tim, I've seen Elise have to execute so much willpower to not get a sausage sandwich.
yeah.
Because the smell, it's all about the smell.
Yeah.
You barbecue, your grill, your hot plate, you can't clean it, because then you clean away the flavour.
No. If you're cleaning it, you're wasting your time. You're wasting my time.
I want to be able to taste sausages from 4 Bunnings barbecues ago.
Oh yeah.
Like you've got to get that.
It's the taste
flavour
of
in.
sausage pass, isn't it? Yeah.
You just got to do it.
Yeah.
And it's like when you drive into Bunnings, you smell it. Yes, it was yesterday or 2 days ago. I walked into home and someone must have been having sausages on the barbecue, and it was just so good because all I could smell was sausage sizzle.
Yeah.
And like it's a genius business plan for Bunnings, because what Bunnings provide you with is the barbecue. They provide you with the gas for the barbecue and everything.
Yeah.
They give you like 2 trestle tables or something, and a mini marquee, a
Yeah.
Bunnings marquee. That's it.
That's the whole thing.
You rock up with everything else. So when we used to do it, we'd sell sausages, onions. We had the bread for it. We had tomato and barbecue sauce and cans of drink.
Yeah.
Maybe a bottle of water, but who's in it for a bottle of water?
Yeah,
And because you can get a can of soft drink for like $1, $1.50, which you're not going to get that anywhere else.
Yeah.
Now that's every weekend.
Every weekend.
Huge. So we did it for different musicals we were in. We did it for the theatre society that we were in.
Usually they're charities and stuff like that.
like the Rotary Club, but you also see local footy clubs, like kids' footy
Yeah.
clubs, scouts, dances that are going away, or like, just
all sorts of crap.
If
yeah.
you need money,
if there's
for
an
something,
excuse, you'll have a sausage sizzle.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
I've
I've walked, like I said, the most recent one, I have walked out of
The Woolies
Woolworths
one, yeah.
with armfuls of shopping in which I have purchased food to eat when I get home.
including sausages.
I've walked out the front door and said, I think it was like 9:30 in the morning as well, fuck this food.
Yeah.
I'm getting a sausage.
Yeah.
Because it's just too good a smell. You can't hold back.
And because you've got to have from 9 a.m. ish
Yeah.
until about 4 p.m. ish worth of sausage.
Oh yeah. It's a marathon. not
And
a
you've got to be
sprint.
ready to cut the prices in that last hour or so.
Yeah.
Or do a deal, $2.50 a sausage or 2 for $5. Come on.
Oh, you seem like a nice bloke. You can have 3, mate. We'll give you another one.
Oh yeah, I'll put an extra sausage on you. You're a big boy. I'll put an extra sausage on.
What's the little guy like? Does he like tomato sauce? Yeah, we'll give you one, mate. Don't
You
worry
want
about it.
onions?
Don't
Oh,
worry
he
about
hasn't
it.
had onions before. I'll put some onions on there for him. Yeah, just shove a couple extra sausages. Or
Yeah.
people would order and pay for an extra sausage, but they wanted just it all on one slice of bread.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't do that.
Yeah. No, and look, here's something else.
Yes.
It takes a great deal of skill when you're running these barbecues. One thing to be able to serve these people.
Yes.
It's customer experience,
Yep.
isn't it? You're trying to give them a
Oh,
good
yeah.
experience. Being at the helm of a barbecue
Oh,
with 80 to 100 sausages on it, it is a skill. But let me tell you, I feel very proud of my skill in this area. My
Oh,
father
yeah.
trained me very well. I know what I'm doing. If anyone ever has a sausage sizzle and they need a professional sausage sizzle chef,
would you like someone to sizzle your sausage?
I think that I have more than earned my stripes in this one.
The thing is that if you stop rotating the sausages, you're not doing your job. You basically have to work
Yeah.
on a system back left to right.
And you have to understand, there's different parts of the hot plate.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Some of them are hotter than others.
Yeah.
You work across. Work
Now, a
across,
skilled
work
chef,
across. Work across.
Like Tim himself, once some of those ones that have been sitting in the middle are off the barbecue, put the older ones on the outside in the middle, put some new ones on the outside.
Move it in.
Now, for those less experienced, you just keep working with what you've got in the middle there.
Yeah.
But you just got to keep turning. And also, you've got to have 2 rows of sausages at all times.
It's all about circulation. That's where it's at.
You've got to have your top row and your bottom row.
You are literally working with a sheet of metal under which you have fire heating the metal. You don't know how hot that metal is. I don't even know if you would be able to tell. You could probably go into Bunnings and get a thermometer, which that'd probably be
that's probably
pretty easy actually. But no.
But the biggest one that I think is fairly Australian, because someone was talking about it recently. I know in America, if you vote, you get like stickers and stuff. In Australia, you get a democracy sausage.
Mm-hmm.
If you go in and do your... Now, the other thing is it's not optional like it is in America to vote. If you go in and do your legal obligation to vote so you don't get fined later on the way out, you're rewarded with a sausage. But I think you got to pay for it.
You usually have to pay for it, yeah. And
Because
I have been to polling stations where they haven't had it.
Yeah, so
which is fucked.
That app that you were talking about around election time shows you the places that have democracy sausages. Because why the fuck would you vote anywhere else? Now, I've seen places that do pancakes and things in the morning or bacon and egg, and that's fine. That's fine. Bit fancy.
It's more where I'm more about the sausage. The thing is, the reason that it happens is because a lot of our polling stations, they're usually in schools or community halls or something like that. So the people who are hosting the community hall or the primary school, they're usually the ones that put it on.
Off you.
Yeah, they try and raise some money. So that's where it's come from. Yeah,
but it's a rite of passage, and even so much so that I believe there's usually a picture of people who are vying for the prime ministerial position eating democracy sausages.
Yeah. And usually the prime minister eats it weird, and that usually makes the paper as well.
Yeah, or Tony Abbott just eats a whole onion raw. That's a whole thing.
Yeah,
that's a whole episode right there.
Bloody dickhead. Yep.
You know, on the topic of Prime Minister for a second there, I was at a year 3 and 4 exhibition about migration, I think I was telling you about. And they had the questions for becoming an Australian citizen.
Right.
Or whatever it is. You know how there was the old test where it was like, who the fuck's Don Brabb? And it's like, no one knows.
Yeah.
Cricketer. And one of the questions was, who's the current Prime Minister? And gun to my head, I would fuck it up because the option was Bill Shorten, Malcolm Turnbull, or like Bill Doherty or something, which I think is our principal. And I'm like, is it Shorten? It could be Turnbull. Is it Turnbull?
It's Turnbull.
Yeah. Couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
don't want to know.
Yeah, no, great.
There were questions like that on there where I was like, don't know, how many stars are there on the Australian flag? I was like, oh fuck, 1, 2, like there's 6. Is it 6?
6 stars, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's
5 in the Southern Cross and 1 in the...
Yeah. How many points are on the bottom star?
5.
1 for each state.
New South Wales... Oh, sorry, hit my drumsticks. New South Wales, Queensland, Western Australia, South Australia, Tasmania, Victoria. 6?
Yeah.
I said 5. Close.
Not for ACT or Northern Territory because they're not bloody states, are they? Territories. Hey, there's some fun fact.
Why would you do... Anyway, that's a side note. But in every state and territory... There's a sausage sizzle waiting for you.
Oh, you better believe it, son.
Yeah. Now I really want a sausage.
Yeah.
Because you got to. Well, the thing about the sausage is hot. The bread is kind of cold. You get some. You don't skimp on the bread. Now there's the thing. You get good bread. Don't get home brand. Well, you might get home brand. It's not too bad.
You're probably gonna get home brand.
Yeah. But a hot sausage, cold tomato sauce.
It's the goods.
Delicious.
You can also, there's other events that it comes up at as well. So
athletics
carnivals, swimming carnivals, sporting events in general, like on the weekends.
Dance events, as we said.
Events. Where else would you bloody see?
School fairs, school fetes.
Yeah, school fetes. A lot of anything that's like
church?
School or church or community. Eventy, it's
because it's cheap if you want to make a profit, but it's also cheap if you need to feed the masses.
Yeah,
because it's
a good one.
I'm pretty sure to get 500 sausages, it's probably like $200 or something.
Yeah, it's very cheap.
You can get a lot of sausages.
So that's the sausage sizzle.
Tim, we managed to talk about sausage sizzles for 23 minutes, my friend.
Oh, shit, still got 7 minutes to go.
I know, if only we had something to fill it with. When you're in Australia, get a sausage sizzle up here. And by that, I mean in your mouth.
Yeah,
not
up
there.
here.
Well, you could.
You can do whatever you want.
I would recommend a Bunnings Sausage Sizzle for your first sausage sizzle. They do well.
It's a good introduction, yeah.
They do well.
Yeah.
And if you get food poisoning, it's all part of the fun. Tim.
Yep.
I have a dad advice for you.
Oh, good. Great.
here
Wonderful.
On my electronic phone,
Please look at it.
as
and
opposed
tell
to my
me.
analog phone. Dear Tim and Leon, my name is Dane and I'm from Brisbane. I've just started dating again, but I've been having some trouble. The dates go really well and everyone has a good time. It usually ends in a kiss too.
Oh,
But I never hear from the guy after that.
okay.
I can't quite work it out. I have a well-groomed moustache and long curly hair, but surely that isn't a problem, is it? Jonathan Van Ness makes it look so good. Basically, dads, how do I get men to want a second date? Thanks for the years of laughter. Keep up the great work and see you next week at your live show in Brizzy. Cheers, Dane.
I got some sad news for you, Dane.
We had to cancel the
We're
show
not
in
going to
Brizzy.
be there, mate.
We had to cancel it.
He's probably not going to hear this before then.
Dane,
though,
it
is
was,
he?
mate, we booked it in and we made a...
I don't even remember booking.
wrote
it,
a
to be
public-
honest. Yeah.
notice last week. We had to cancel it because Tim and I were having
I don't even.
relationship difficulties
I don't even remember it happening
with
to be
each
honest.
other.
Yeah, Dane, mate.
No, Dane. So, dads, how do I get men to want a second date? How?
I think the key is being super slutty.
Well,
No. Maybe.
well,
It won't not work.
no.
I
just don't like that
I don't
word
know.
very
I don't know.
So the moustache and the curly hair. Now, if they can't love you at your mustachioed curly self, they can't love you at your Marilyn Monroe. So
Yeah.
keep the curly hair and the moustache if that's what you want to do.
These are facts. Yep.
Also, Jonathan Van Ness does make it look very good.
Hmm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
you need to have some kind of quirk aside from the moustache and curly hair.
A quirk.
Do
okay.
you wear a
Yep.
top hat? Do you have a fob watch? Are you
Oh.
really good at magic?
Defi-
Contact juggling?
Definitely none of the things that he just said. Those are all terrible quirks.
Can
that
you
will-
tie a knot in an Allen snake in your mouth with your tongue? Because that really gets people going.
Yeah,
That'll
and
get the
there's
juices flowing.
nothing creepier than pulling out that sopping wet snake from your mouth
Can
with your
you-
fingers and going, "Look at this."
Can you eat 24 oysters on your own?
Ugh. Yeah.
But no, you've got to have something, I think. Or your something could be nothing. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. If I
We get a,
knew, I
we get a lot
imagine
of
my
dating
situation
questions
would
on
be
this
different.
show.
Yeah, we do. Now just be you, mate.
No, probably. Nah.
Yeah.
What if he's not? Like, what if it's that's like if
He
it was
sounds
me
like
or
a nice
you?
guy.
If someone gave us the advice to just be yourself, that's terrible advice
It's
for
very
both of
bad
us.
advice. Yeah, it hasn't worked thus far.
No.
No.
Well, it worked pretty well for me.
Yeah, good on you, great.
But I'm not you.
I hope you're happy. Yeah, no.
What if you wrote a song
Mm.
and in that song you had blanked out areas for names or features of the person? And then much like those children's books that you can put your name into growing up and you're like, oh, my name's in a book. You do that but with the date. And so each date thinks that you've written a romantic song for them.
Yeah, right. A form song. Yeah.
And you play it on the recorder.
It's a lot of work.
Well, do you want dates with other guys or not, Tim?
Me personally?
Well, no, Dane.
Dane. Yeah, right. I guess Dane does, yeah.
So you got to put in the effort.
Yeah, but effort, isn't it?
What
no,
kind
I'm
of-
with I'm with Dane on this one. Like, I don't know what Dane's position is, whether he's wanting to put effort in or not, but bloody dating. Don't even talk to me about it.
What kind of odor is he giving off? Because that's important. I think smell's important.
Yeah, get some good sniffing
Scent.
juice on you. Yeah.
If you've got the mustachio, get some Bushrangers Brew mustache wax.
Yes.
Yeah. That was my plug. But no, it smells like mint, so that's good.
Yeah.
We'll get some beard oil in there.
All options.
Don't know about cologne. Now, I wore cologne when I was in high school because I was a cool kid, and it was Playboy cologne. So, what can I say?
Obviously.
Not into it now that I'm an adult man.
Yeah, but your introduction to cologne was Playboy cologne, so maybe you need to dabble outside of the gross.
I just don't know why you have to go that hard with smell.
I like a good cologne.
How often do you wear cologne a year?
Honestly, in the last year, I haven't because I haven't bought any more. But
Yeah.
I do have one that I usually do wear that
Which
I
one?
like.
What's your scent?
It's Versace.
Oh,
Mm.
spicy. Is it spicy?
It's not spicy
No.
at all.
Fruity?
No. It's citrusy, I would say,
Oh.
actually, yeah.
I hate going into perfume shops because I get overwhelmed by smell. Because I have a very good sense of smell.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Kills me.
Being on the tram in the mornings and people have like strong cologne or strong perfume, I'm like, yeah, cheers. Yep, nah.
But do you do the thing, Dame? We'll get back to you in a second there, mate. Do you do the thing? Because as I said, I have this, some would say, too strong a sense of smell.
Right.
At least would be that person.
It's pretty weird, actually, yeah.
Yeah, I can smell a lot. But when I appreciate smell very much. And so sometimes people will like sit next to me and like it's people I work with or they'll walk past me and all I want to do is be like, hey, that smells really nice. That's creepy as fuck.
Yeah. It depends on the situation. If you're already engaged in conversation, then it's okay to be like, oh, you smell really nice today.
Nah.
But if you are just like, you smell good.
Yeah.
And then go back about your business.
I take your point and I throw it in the bin because no, I don't.
Yeah, right.
Even
yeah.
my close, I don't even know if I'd ever walk up to you and say you smell good. Maybe I should more. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
That spray you put in your hair does smell good.
I don't know.
That salt spray we used to use.
Oh, yeah, I don't use that
Sunflower oil. Me neither. Dane, how about, now hear me out.
Has he asked them on the second date? Maybe he needs to make contact.
You make an excellent point that I don't think Dane thought about whilst writing his letter.
No.
Yeah, hey Dane, just ask him on a second date.
Just take the initiative, my friend.
Pull out your phone, tweet at them, ask them for a second date.
Yeah.
I don't know. Be honest with them. Be upfront with them.
Yeah.
Ask them at the end of the first date if you are getting a second date. That's probably a pretty good ploy.
Yeah.
Because then you know.
Make plans whilst on the first date as well.
Oh, make plans at the beginning of the first date.
As soon as you see them, ask them what you're doing next time you see each other. Yeah.
And just work towards that the whole time.
And then keep bringing it up and Googling and trying to like write out an itinerary with them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell them you'll send them, you'll write it up on Microsoft Word and you'll email it to them later on. I
will give you, and I've given it many times, but I'll never stop giving it to people. My hot dating tip that's led to a 5-year relationship is to show your prospective partner videos of seahorses giving birth or octopode running along the ground of the floor holding up their legs like a skirt.
You heard it here first, folks. That's the hot tip. Yep.
Or do what we did last night and play a guessing game of how old this person is.
Oh, yeah, that was all right.
Wasn't too bad. Or how many times have been married. Celebrities. Don't do it with like your mates.
No,
how old's Kevin? How many times has Kevin been married? Poor Kev.
Sick. And that's the advice, Dane, mate. Well done. Do one of the things that we said, of which there were many.
Yeah, just get out there.
Just figure it out yourself, I guess, is what it comes down to.
Tim, you and I, during the week, cracked the social media code.
Yeah.
People want quokkas.
Okay.
Because on our shared image of two quokkas on Instagram, we are... Do you mind... What are you doing? Are you looking at Snapchat over there?
My sister sent me some.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, open it. No, share it with the class. No, stand up in front of the class and share it with everyone.
Yeah, you're talking about quokkas.
No, I'm listening.
I already know the story. They don't. Tell them.
You pork chop. It has 435 likes. Which is about 435 more than most of our Instagrams like. Nah.
It's not bad, is it?
It's about 400 more. So that's just a little anecdote for you. But no, anyway, share the Snapchat with everyone.
Just talking. My mum's flying to Sydney, so
yeah.
No,
so your sister Snapchatted you about that?
No, yeah, just about how she's taken a while to get there.
Well, I knew about it from Facebook. I read your mum's Facebook post.
Yeah, she would have written it there.
One of those little ones with the plane.
Yeah.
So I know where she's going.
No, that's what she does. She writes it on Facebook.
The nerve. The nerve.
Anyway, good on you.
You know you're famous when you start looking at Snapchat during
bloody
the show.
Hungry, aren't I? So let's...
Yeah, get a sausage in you. Anyway, that was Sausage Sizzles. They're good. Tim's going to go have some chicken wings. I'm going to wait until Lisa's home for some salmon and rice. I'm cooking it. Anyway, thanks to Ali Shantz for our fan mail.
Yeah,
she
cheers
sent
for
us.
that.
She sent it before she knew that she won. So it was kind of like a Back to the Future suck-up or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone for listening to the show. Share it with your friends. Thanks for recent iTunes review, also from Ali Shantz. I'm seeing a theme here.
Arigato.
Shantz, sorry. As always, thanks to Teylor Smirl for our wonderful cover up.
And Curtis Fernance for the introduction, outtroduction music. You're all right, mate. You're all right.
He's good. Make sure you check out our Patreon as well, www.patreon.com/yeargaday. There's good stuff there, and Tim and I will be recording a movie commentary for... What's it called? The Steve Irwin movie?
Crocodile Hunter...
Collision Course?
Collision Course. I think it's called Collision Course.
We're recording that in the coming week. And also there will be some merchandise on the way. Tote bags included, because that seems to be all that people want.
People want totes.
Totes for totes. As always. Yeah, g'day Tim.
Yeah, g'day Leon.
Yeah, g'day everyone.
Yeah, g'day everyone. Catch us on the flippity flop.
Love this podcast? Support it and sponsor today. Simply head to AuscastNetwork.com for details.